Hey, today I want to talk about the power of this blue item in my hand. My sister got me this for my birthday years and years ago. She got me this big fat ass yoga mat. I don't know where she got it, but they sell these at all the different local stores. This yoga mat fucking changed my life. It changed my life, okay? If you've watched the other video where I go over all of the healing modalities, or most of them, then you understand that stretching / yoga was a gigantic part of my life. Every day for 1 year, I got up, no matter if it was 5 minutes or 25 minutes, and I stretched. And I got on a mat, and a lot of the time, that was this mat, okay? I also use this mat for foam rolling. This mat became my healing modality. This was my vehicle, I guess, to access those modalities. And this wasn't for fitness. This wasn't for weight loss. This wasn't for gaining muscle, getting stronger, getting circulation, increasing cardiovascular health, elongating my muscles, right? Getting flexibility. All of that stuff, it had nothing to do with that. Okay, it was all centered and based around, number one, getting trauma up and out of the body so that it didn't sink down and I had to keep reliving it over and over again. Okay, if you've been to a counselor, if you've participated in talk therapy, then you most likely have had experiences where you've talked about something and it's just re-traumatized you and you didn't really heal from it. It's not a scar that you just look at and you're like, oh yeah, that happened. It's still painful. It still hurts. It still affects you in some way. And number two, minimizing the pain in my body. When you have PTSD, a lot of the time you're more prone to back pain, to migraines, to neck aches, to just feeling fucked up in your body, fascia tightening around your muscles and creating knots. And the more uncomfortable you are, then the more easier it's going to be, okay? The easier it's going to be for you to succumb to a trigger or go on a PTSD bender, or just not really put on your shield of armor that you need to. This mat was instrumental, okay? So I want you to start looking at things like a yoga mat. I want you to get like the weight loss and the fat loss and the fitness and all of that stuff out of your mind. That's no longer your game, dude. You don't even belong to that community anymore, okay? Did I lose weight? Yeah. Did I get stronger? Yes. Did I drop body fat? Yes. It was all a byproduct. I don't give a shit about that, okay? And neither should you, because you're in the throes of it right now. So when you open up your yoga mat, okay, which is a beautiful thing to have because you can pair this with nature therapy. You can go out in nature and stretch. You can get a different venue. When you're doing this, like in your house for like almost a year, then you start to kind of crave different places to set up your mat and a little bit different scenery, different noise, stuff like that. And that can kind of help you in a different way with those grounding activities. You roll this sucker out on the grass, you do some yoga poses, do some stretching, whatever the fuck you want to do to access your body and ground you. Lay down on it and just feel the air go over your body. Look up into the sky like you're a kid again and you don't have a worry or a care for those 5-10 minutes. This is that tool, okay? Now, this video isn't really like to convince you to go get a fucking yoga mat. It's to tell you to reshape the way that you think about the tools in your environment. So like the yoga mat, okay? You see it one way, now you see it another. Weights and weightlifting, okay? You see it one way, oh, I'm going to get my muscles big. I'm going to, get a good pump, right? No, okay? You're going into the gym and you're having trauma come up. And then you're focusing on that trauma and on your body while you're lifting those weights. You're creating tension within your muscles, okay? Any size that comes, anything like that that's fitnessy is just a byproduct and a side product. And that's it, okay? When you go running, it's, oh, fuck, I got to get up at 5 a.m. to go running. No, you're going running not to get chiseled here, okay? You're going running so that you're bringing trauma up and out, especially if trauma's already come up and you're kind of like having a trigger, or you kind of felt heavy in your thoughts or your mind. You're going running and you're accessing your body, which is going to get that trauma out. So now that shit doesn't sink down into your body and you don't have to deal with it over and over and over again, right? First time, a little bit comes out. Second time, a little bit more comes out. Third time, you're going to start to lose some things. Fourth time, you're working on new stuff now. Fifth time, same process. Restarts happen over and over and over again, and that's the process, okay? You same with cold showers. Yeah, it's good for your skin. It's good for developing brown fat, which burns, more fat in that localized area. It's good for cardiovascular health. That's not why we're doing it, okay? We are on a whole nother level, man. We're playing a whole nother fucking game here. We're getting in the cold shower because of how it gets trauma out of the body. And it's the same thing with all the healing modalities. So I want you to start looking around at these different things, music, playing an instrument for that music therapy portion, essential oils, not just so the house smells good for the guest, right? It's actually a tool, a grounding tool. Meditation, all of these different things. I want you to start seeing them within the realm of how they help you and how you're going to use them, right? Everybody around you is not going to be using them for that. It's going to be something totally different. That's why I say we're playing a different fucking game. So I want you to get on that train and start playing that game. And then once you do, then you will start to understand like these things that you see, these tools, these props, they'll take on a whole different meaning for you. And then you'll be on your way to start healing. So I'm going to go ahead and hold this up, and I can get you a copy if you need this. But there's a bunch of the healing modalities right there. Let's fucking go. Let's do this, man. You're accountable now. The time is now. There's no turning back. You need to keep moving forward with this. You have the knowledge. You are no longer ignorant of what's going on, and you have the power and the capacity to heal. If you haven't watched the video, the only video you will need to heal PTSD, go watch that video. I highlight everything in there.